Hey guys, it's Butler from the BNC Podcast. I'm just going to take a moment to let you all know that this episode is sponsored by Catalyst Mints. It's an energy drink in a mint. What more could you ask for? You're getting energy while your breath is smelling good. Come on, guys, go ahead and buy yourself some Catalyst Mints. Link will be in the description if you want some. I hope you enjoy the podcast, and I'm just going to also take a moment to say I apologize for any of the editing or audio issues in this video because I'm still getting used to all of the audio techniques, like where to place the mic, how to position the mic. Those are the same things, but you all get it. And how to edit videos. So I once again apologize for any of the editing issues. And with that being said, I hope you all enjoy. Until next time.
Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over. Those who fled are being hunted, and those foolish enough to remain have been executed.
Do you see all that I have done?
The war's over. And we've lost.
Our numbers will continue to dwindle. We can no longer protect ourselves, much less the survivors. We all know what needs to be done.
Get up close and personal with Gulp, put a bullet in his head, then maybe eat a sandwich.
An outright assault is doomed to fail. There will be no coming back.
It's worth it.
If the Red Legion want war, give them war.
Humanity never deserved power. I am gone, and I alone am worthy.
This is great. Anyone want a hug? No hugs.
Hello
And welcome.
to the BNC Podcast.
Where today we're going to be talking about many games.
Red Dead Redemption 2,
The Legend of Zelda.
and potentially the Blizzard's free release of Destiny 2.
Stay tuned, and if at any time you want to know when we talk about a certain item, the links will be down in the description.
For the timestamps.
And this video was brought to you by Catalyst Mints. It's an energy drink in a mint. What more could you want?
I don't know what I would want more than a Catalyst Mint.
Oh, so what is your opinion on Red Dead Redemption 2, and how is it doing?
Alright, so I've played through about a third of the game so far, and honestly, this is 10 out of 10 quality, obviously.
It sounds like you know a lot about this game.
Well, I went into it knowing quite a bit, I would say, yeah, because I watched a bunch of the trailers. But I've also played for about a third of the game, so the game itself is incredible. It plays exactly like you're seeing in the background here, and it's so smooth, crisp. Like I told my cohort here. Oh yeah, we didn't introduce ourselves. I'm the Soul Man, and this my friend over here
He's
is
the Butler boy.
Anyways, we are the BNC podcast. But back to what I was saying. I played through a third of the game. It plays exactly like this on the screen. It's smooth, crisp. I have no qualms with this game so far. I will say though that there's glitches to the game, but that's always been kind of a peak with Rockstar.
It's kind of one of those things that makes the game better. If you
Yeah, because
like,
Rockstar does glitches so good.
I don't know about you, but there are funny breaks in games, like when your head goes across the map for no reason.
Mhm.
You can laugh at it.
Yeah, that was bad, dude.
I remember when I played Red Dead Redemption 1, this guy just keeps lassoing people.
Yeah. Trying to stop a witness. This is a part of the mechanic in the game, actually. So, if you can stop a witness before they tell the cops about your crime, essentially the police, then you won't be wanted, which they won't put a bounty on your head. But see, now he's attaining multiple witnesses, so he either needs to kill all those witnesses, which will lose honor. He'll lose honor in the game. Or he'll just have to get the cops on him, which he did now, which he's wanted. So,
a bit like GTA.
yeah. Well, GTA obviously
You
operates.
cannot
differently.
kill witnesses.
Yeah, you can. That's an option.
It won't work.
I've done it twice. Like, if it's a guy riding on just a horseback in the middle of nowhere, just pop him right quick.
Just pop him. But anyway, as I was saying, I remember in Red Dead Redemption 1, I would be skinning like a deer or something, and it would just fly across the map. You wouldn't know where it went.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that happened. I was thinking more along the lines of like a rag doll. Like when you kill somebody. Actually, I saw that in Red Dead one time. Where I had lassoed a guy and dragged him behind my horse. All of a sudden, this guy just starts, all his limbs flying in all directions like the rag doll. Just pulled him across all dimensions of the world. My game crashed after that.
Would you say that it was worth it?
Oh yeah, the game's definitely worth. I paid $90 for it. I paid good money for that $90 game because I got the bonuses and everything like the Warhorse. It's definitely worth the $90.
I definitely
paid
seen
for
some
it.
Rockstar inspiration there from one of their older games, GTA. Obviously, kind of looked like the wasted animation when he died.
It's kind of the wasted animation, but it's brought into the Wild West really. Also,
Now, something I'm loving right now, the visuals of this game.
yeah, this game is basically. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I had to burp, but it's basically movie production quality. Like I'd have to look up the budget right quick, but this essentially has like movie budget quality animations. And it's great. It has visuals, everything. That's movie budget quality.
Now, I wonder, do you think they'll actually do like a... they did it in Red Dead 1 because I guess they couldn't come out with another game yet. You had the zombies that came back to life. They made like a sequel to the game and it was just zombies. It was the same thing but with zombies. Do you think they'll do that with Red Dead 2?
I've never known Rockstar to bring back the same thing twice.
But I just told you that they brought back Red Dead 1 twice.
No, but
With
what I'm
zombies.
saying, do the same thing twice. What I'm saying is like,
Yeah, like, do it. They did it in Red Dead 1, do it in Red Dead 2.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't think they'll do it in Red Dead 2. I heard somebody mention that they would do maybe an alien kind of thing because there's an alien Easter egg in the game. So that would be kind of cool. Like aliens, the old aliens versus the old movie Aliens versus Cowboys. Did you ever watch that? So it's kind of like that.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting thing to see with this game too, I think.
Now, one thing I have seen, I watch a lot of Markiplier,
Mhm.
and he has 3 hour and 30-minute long videos of this game. and still hasn't even touched the surface. Like, there's just so much of this game to explore.
Yeah, according to articles, it was it was a 60-hour long campaign, so it's probably gonna take you 3 total days. If by those calculations, it's 3 total days. I've played through the game right now for like a third, and I'd probably say that's equal to about 24 hours of me putting in what I have, and I haven't even finished the game. Normally, by that time, a normal single-player campaign I would have done, but this is again a Rockstar game.
Yeah, I'm noticing they're sticking with the round map at the bottom left there, kind of like they do in GTA.
Yeah, that was also in Red Dead. I will point out that like Red Dead created a lot of modern open world games for Rockstar.
Yeah,
Because except for San Andreas, but this game was kind of the tester that they did to open up into like Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, like those games. And even then, this being the most recent release of... Because Rockstar didn't release a game for 5 years. The last thing they released was GTA 5. And then they just kept adding content onto GTA 5. So they didn't... Up till that point, Rockstar had released a game every year. They didn't release a game until this one in 2018, so 5 years.
pretty long time. I mean, most games are releasing within a year, so this game, for it to still be buggy within a 5-year production,
I don't care about the bugs. Like I said, the bugs are kind of the charm of it. What I cared about most is how you felt being an outlaw in this game, and how he's using Deadeye. He's using a thing called Eagle Eye right now, which is how you typically hunt and stuff, and that's a huge help to when you hunt, because you can see it highlights animals, and that trail on the ground is what they make as tracks. And you can see those little wisps of air off of him, that's his smell. So animals will smell you approaching. This game is real, like detail-wise. This is realism right here.
Now, in my personal opinion, I've watched, like I said, I watched Markiplier play it. It took all the fun out of skinning.
Oh, yeah.
It's too...
You're like the vibrant detail. I think it's great.
It's too gruesome.
That's also part of the visual appeal to me, is like they made skinning a deer so real. You haven't seen skinning a rabbit, have you?
Oh no, I have. He just breaks the spine.
No, he doesn't break it. He just grabs a cottontail and he pulls the skin right off. That's it.
That's brutal.
That's brutal, yeah. But
PG-18.
that's how you do it, I guess. I mean,
Rated 18 plus for very violent.
many audiences. I mean, obviously, this is an M-rated game for multiple reasons.
Yeah. Now, there is a rumor going about that this game is bigger than the Avengers movie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
I definitely agree. Like, this game deserves to be bigger than the Avengers.
There's also... I don't know if you have any of the stats on your computer, but...
I can pull up the sales.
There's actually a thing going on. People are saying that it has one of the biggest drop-off rates ever. Like, I'm talking worse than Destiny. Like, people started playing it and just hated it. They stopped. Which, in my opinion, I can see that. It just depends. Most people were like, oh, another Red Dead game. It's going to be awesome. But they didn't think about being Western. They went for, oh, it's going to be a modern-day game. It's going to be awesome. Red Dead 2, you know. So as soon as they got in and it started being a Western and it was single player and everything, people just, they weren't expecting it. They weren't ready for a Western game. But if you went into Red Dead with that mindset, like, hey, this is going to be a Western game, this is going to be like the most amazing game ever, it's going to be an old-fashioned, not a modern-day game that's coming out, then you loved it. You loved every minute of it. But the fact that people went into it thinking it was going to be a modern-day game and not a Western, that, I don't understand why.
Okay, then if that's the case, then I can clearly say that they don't know what Red Dead was before this.
Yeah, they just thought they were going to do something new, and I was like, they did, but it's Red Dead. You're not going to make it modern-day.
Red Dead set the bar for Western games. Now, their first Red Dead that they made was a game called Red Dead Revolver, and that was back on the PS2. that game got average reviews. Then they came out with Red Dead Redemption. That game was critically acclaimed, and it set the bar for Western games.
My humidifier is going crazy over there.
Kinda is. But, this new game, if you came into it thinking you were going to get something modern, you were wrong. Red Dead is all about being an outlaw in the Wild West. That's what this game is all about, and that's what this gameplay clearly shows.
I love these lights that are going on.
Yeah, and if you can, like, the coolest attention to detail, I thought, this happened to me yesterday. I was going bounty hunting, and some rival bounty hunters wanted to take my bounty that I had captured. He was alive, and they wanted to take him from me. So I just started mad dashing on my horse. Like, I just got the horse going all the way to town. All of a sudden, 3 bullets whizzed past me and missed me entirely. Like, I saw the trail and everything, and I thought that was the most amazing thing. That was cool attention to detail. And also, I don't think he may show it, but if you double tap the left bumper on the Xbox twice to put away your gun, it'd be L1 on a PS4 controller. I don't know what it would be on PC. But if you tap it twice, your character will do a little gun flip and put the gun in the holster. Like, he'll flip the gun, put it in the holster. It's the coolest detail I've ever seen. Like,
I know, oh, that's some pretty snow.
dude, that's another thing about the snow. Like, you see where he's following the trails there? Like, those tracks? That's the most visual snow I have ever seen, I can say. Because your tracks remain in the snow. It's cool.
I like it.
But to be honest, if those people didn't want to play Red Dead 2, you're really missing out on a great story here.
Now, if anyone wants to watch this video for yourself, just in case we don't entirely make it through it, the link will be in the description to the channel and the video itself.
See, like right here, he's got a bow.
It's just making circles.
Yeah, you see the trails that you make through the snow, and if he steps in water, cleans off the bottom of his coat right there of the snow. Bam! Steps out of the water, clean. Water will do that in the actual game. That's sometimes how you take a bath.
Yeah, I heard that you can shoot a bunch of outlaws, and if you get blood on you, you can just go in a river and wash it off.
Oh yeah, there's also another detail. I don't think the gameplay will show it. He might, but if you go in water with blood on you, it will leave a blood trail behind you in the water. Like, it'll cloud actually in the water, and it'll come off you. Cool. But like, this game, man, is great. And I don't know who would, like, see the blood in the snow right there? That stays. And there's also a detail in the game where if you leave a body just anywhere in the game, excuse me, if you come back to it several days later, you will notice the corpse visually rotting.
That's a first.
Yeah. Like, that's a detail that they decided to put in, and it's great. Also, this Forbes article made by Paul Tassi, a senior contributor of Forbes. According to this was posted 3 days ago as well. The game has already, like, made 725 million off of copies. That's not even shipped. That was in the first 3 days of release. That wasn't shipped copies. That's how much it sold. And it's right behind GTA 5, which was $1 billion.
A lot of money.
Yeah, like if I had $1 billion, I'd be happy. But
I gotta pay all them workers.
nah. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Rockstar gets a good. They had to have had an amazing budget on this game, but I can't find a stat for the budget. But
Considering how it took them 5 years to make the game,
Yeah.
that budget had to have grown over
It had-
time,
it had to,
especially with GTA being released and all that.
Well, here's another thing. GTA is one of the hugest money makers off of online because people, spend like $100 on those shark cards. How do you think YouTubers get out these videos on GTA 5 where they make all these cool content with like the new vehicles and all that stuff? They spend money on the $100 cards.
That looks like a pretty big map there.
Oh, it's huge. Actually, it's taken me an hour in real life to get to some places because I decided not to take the train and I wanted to ride my horse. You can take the train as a fast travel system. There's also a fast travel system called Stagecoach, which it kind of looks like a roadway sign. Like you would see a roadway sign like this way is like such and such and that way such and such. It's an icon that looks like that on the map.
This way to your ultimate doom.
Nah. I will say I've died probably like 3 times. One time I died, this was the coolest thing too. Like, there's obviously there's rival outlaws in the game, correct? So, one time I just strolled out of camp. That's where your main base is camp. I strolled out of camp, was gonna go to town. All of a sudden, these guys pull up in a wagon and like, that's the guy. And then like 7 other people come from me at all angles, and I just started at the game. I'm like, what's going on? I just got gunned down. And then I lost $10 on respawn, but that was it. Like, I have like $600 on me right now in the game, and like, I already have. See, like, this guy has a single revolver. There's a way to get a double. Like, there's a way to get another holster for revolvers and pistols.
I'm liking this first person.
Oh yeah, the first person is smooth too. Like, I prefer to play like card games and stuff like that. Like, there's poker. Dominoes. There's a 5-finger fillet.
She just has a snake in her hand.
I haven't seen this random encounter. Oh no, that's a gun. That's a gun, dude. That's not a snake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a lever action. See, like, there's lookouts. That's who that was. There's lookouts around the camp that constantly monitor it. And if you're coming back, you have to announce yourself to the watchers, like the scouts around the camp. Otherwise, I don't know. They may shoot at you. Because I haven't done that yet, where I just ride into camp casually strolling, and I don't greet them on my way in. Because I don't know what will happen. But I know the one time I got yelled at, the first time I was like, "Oh, there's a scout outside the camp," and I noticed him, and I shouted back to him, and he was like, "All right, go on in." So I don't know. I don't know what it'll do if you don't announce yourself to the camp.
I've seen Markiplier just walk in, but
Have you?
that was early game
Mm-hmm.
when it just got set up.
Oh, okay.
So
See, I don't know, but yeah, like in camp here, you can play poker and dominoes and all that stuff. It's cool, man. He's great.
Well, I think that's all the time we got for Red Dead Redemption 2. We will be right back.
Okay.
Welcome back to the BNC Podcast.
And now we're going to be talking about
Breath of the Wild and the future of Zelda.
the series as it is.
Yes.
I know very little about Zelda, so he's probably going to be covering most of this, but
Well, Zelda in a series is actually a very good game. I've played it for a while. My favorite being Ocarina of Time, because there's just so much to do in the game. It's filled with puzzles. It's filled with just various types of monsters, various types of weapons, if you will. You got the boomerang. You've got the bombs. As you can see, he threw one right there. You've got the grapple is sometimes used as a weapon, and there's a stick and the bow, which I think there's more in this one. There's like axes and stuff, but I haven't got the chance to play Breath of the Wild.
yeah, you don't have a Switch.
Yeah, I gotta get a Switch.
We
but,
should get a Switch.
we really
play
should.
that.
But it's kind of faded me a little bit, but what I really wanted to talk about mainly was the future of Zelda and how can they make it better? How can they even make another one? Because it's just they've made so many that I don't know how they could do it. Now I do know that Breath of the Wild being the best one yet,
Obviously.
yeah, it's sold very well being on the new Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, do you actually have a stat for that, or?
No, if you could pull it up.
Yeah, I'll pull it
awesome.
up right quick.
But there's just so much to do in Breath of the Wild. I'm pretty sure it's one of the biggest maps in any of the Zeldas. Don't quote me on that. It's It's got the best graphics out of all of them, I can say that.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is the most recent title they put out.
Yeah, and you can cook in it to get health back. You can actually make fires. Like I said, I haven't got the chance to play it, but I've seen a lot of gameplay on it, and it looks great. Like, this guy here is fighting some sort of rock monster.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And
this
it looks like a lot of fun.
A mini boss or a boss or something.
He's having to throw the bombs at it to down it and hit this rock on his head.
He's very terrible at jumping, though. According to
this gameplay obviously being by IGN there, guys, if you see it at the bottom right.
Oh, okay.
Go check out their channel.
Yeah. But according to this, Breath of the Wild apparently sold 7.78 million units. Well, that's 7,780,000 units.
That's a lot for a Zelda game.
Yeah. That is quite a bit. I can't even think what. Actually, let me look up Zelda sales.
See which one. See which one's the.
I'd like to see which one is like.
I feel like Ocarina of Time's gonna be there.
It has to be.
Now I know there's a lot of different Zelda games because I didn't see the purpose in Wind Waker, in my opinion.
That stat as well was apparently done by NintendoDoEverything.com, by the way. So, video game sales Wikia. We're gonna do it's on Fandom.com. The highest selling game is apparently it is Ocarina of Time.
Woo! I knew it.
Which has sold 13.22 million. The next closest is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, selling 12.71 million. Now, Breath of the Wild sold 10.84. It is the third highest sold Zelda game.
So just a correction on the other one that it probably wasn't updated.
Yeah, that one I don't even know how long ago it was, but this one, according to Fandom, vgsales.wikia.com/wikia/Legend of Zelda. According to this, the Ocarina of Time is the highest sold Zelda game of all time.
I had a feeling it's the most well thought out one.
Well, it's also the most popular one besides this.
Like it's on the 3DS and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But
actually, yeah, that's probably why it's the highest sold.
They're thinking about making a new Zelda. It's already been announced. There's going to be one after the Breath of the Wild. And I don't know if it's going to be like a sequel, like a full-on game, or just a little subtitle kind of game. But they said they will have details very soon, and it should be sometime next year when it's released. So,
well, that'll be interesting.
But
considering this game was put out like what, 2014.
I think Breath of the Wild came out in 2017.
Did it come out?
It came out with the Switch.
It feels like it was so much longer ago.
It does.
It honestly does.
Look up when. I mean, you can get that.
I'm looking it up right now.
But yeah, basically, I honestly don't see what they could do to make Zelda any better because they introduced cooking into this to where you can like throw an apple into a fire and cook it. You can I've heard you can put like bird meat.
I was about
you
to
can
say,
put
isn't there like multiple layer cooking where you can just throw multiple things in the
throw
fire
a crock
and see
pot.
what you get?
You have like a little crock pot. You can throw like monster parts into it and stuff. It's not great for you, but it's pretty good. I mean,
yeah,
it still heals you a little bit, and I know on top of this church there is a new bow for him.
But on the topics of improving, I think you should, like, the basics can be covered, like graphics and gameplay and stuff. Obviously,
I mean, you can't make the graphics too real just because of how the genre is.
Cut back to what we just talked about. Like, well, never mind. Yeah, you're right. Zelda is more of a cartoonish kind of thing. Like, it's always been a top-down thing. They
Yeah.
did good with this as a 3D kind of thing, but Zelda's always been like a top-down.
Now they could do more of, I guess, like a Borderlands look to it, almost, just not as cartoony as Borderlands.
Well, Borderlands is really its own art style. This is also its own art style, but it's more. It has a mix of realism plus the cartoon to it. So, I mean, obviously.
I honestly like the Ocarina of Time remake for the 3DS. They did amazing work on those graphics.
Did they?
Yeah. I mean it's a really hard push between this and Ocarina of Time on the 3DS on who has the best graphics.
Yeah. I
But,
guess.
we'll let you all decide that. Let us know in the comments which Legend of the Zelda was the best and why you think it is. And we'll pick the best argument and put it in the next podcast.
Honestly, though, I want to say, like, okay, it did come out last year. It came out March 3rd, 2017. But that feels like so long ago. But Ocarina of Time released in 1998. You weren't even born yet.
And they in the new Zelda here, they actually introduced the gliders too.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sheikah Slate. So
What is
now
that?
you have puzzles. Well, it's almost like a tablet that
Oh, never
Sheikah.
mind. That's the thing that you use with the screen, isn't it?
Yeah, Sheikah actually designed it. I don't know if that's her name. It's kind of left me, but it's Zelda's guardian. Other than Link, it's the woman that guards her, and she basically designed it to protect the kingdom, and it's failing because Ganon is actually getting really strong, and obviously Link is now awakened again.
Mm-hmm. And so is Ganon, apparently. But as the cycle continues as well. But, I mean, that's kind of the thing as well. Like, they have to keep this cycle going because
I have no idea what he just did, but that looks like another glider.
I've seen that before. That's upgrade points, I think. Yeah, that's what you use to upgrade. I've watched a little bit of these games, but I've never played them myself. Like, I've been interested in them, but I never play them. It's one of those AAA titles that I'm just like, I could get into this, but I'm already
If
into
I had
this,
it,
this,
I
and
would
this.
play it.
Oh yeah, I'd play it. I'd sit and watch you play it, like a Game Grumps style kind of thing.
Yeah, we could.
But at the moment, he has no Switch, so like,
Now, I do like the new shield system in Breath of the Wild. There are several different shields that you can have. Like,
Can't you use them as like a sled as well?
yes.
Like, I remember that.
At the beginning of the video, if y'all want to go back and see that, there was actually a little bitty sled that he used, like a shield.
Okay.
So that was fun.
That climbing mechanic is new as well, isn't it? If I recall. Well, the way he does it. Anyway.
The way he does the climbing is a little new, but no, they've had climbing in Zelda for a while. But yeah, guys, let us know which Zelda you all like the best, some improvements you all think they could make, and just overall, what you think of Zelda. And should Link actually get another remake? Because I honestly think they should kill it at Breath of the Wild. I love the series, I do, but I do not see how they can keep bringing it back. It's had a long run. I think they should get rid of it.
Well, if they don't keep it going, how are they going to keep sales going? I think they killed Mario, didn't they? Well, they didn't kill him, but they kind of
killed Luigi. They actually killed Luigi.
Yeah, they killed Luigi, but like the thing is, like, Luigi's still there, obviously, but I'm saying like they ended the Mario franchise.
They did. They finally ended the Mario
with
franchise.
Odyssey, I think.
So I'm gonna. Here's the thing: sales keep going, keep spitting it out. That's up to them. They're the ones making the money. But I personally think they should end it here.
I want them to do something else with it, because.
But I just saying, kind of like Red Dead. I would love to see what they can do with the game.
Fair enough.
But
He just died.
we'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
And we'll be talking about some Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we're back. Okay, now we're going to be talking about how Destiny 2 became free today. If you want, download the Blizzard app, because Activision gave it out free because it's the launch release on PC for
It's
Destiny 2
Anniversary!
Woo! Everyone cares. But you can pick up the game free. Blizzard gifted it to everybody to make it free. Should be free, I think, for indefinitely, but it is only the base game. What you're seeing right now is the new Forsaken expansion, and honestly, I would probably recommend that you buy this expansion because they're about to release it. I think before Christmas. Yeah, they're about to release the expansion pass, and that was good to flash in the background.
But you all will, if you want to watch this video for yourselves, channel will be in the description along with the video. Please don't forget to like their video and subscribe to them. They're providing us with some pretty good gameplay, and we thank you for that.
Yeah, that's always appreciated. But I will say, yeah, what you're seeing in the background here is Forsaken. What they're gifting to you is base game Destiny 2. So if you get the gift, you will only get the base game, and then you will have to purchase the Forsaken DLC. But it's about to release with the previous 2 expansions, Curse of Osiris and Warmind, and Forsaken will be lumped together in a purchase deal, which you will get in a coming, kind of release that they're going to do. And if you purchase that, you get all previous DLCs for the game. And honestly, I would recommend that you buy this expansion. This expansion revived the game so much better than the other 2 did, that this is honestly worth now, I would say, $60. This is a rebuff to the game. So, honestly, if you download the free version now, your $60 will go toward this expansion. Because that's, I think, how much it is. That's how much I had to pay for it at the current moment. Because they didn't release, a bundle with it, so...
I personally lost interest in the Destiny series. Don't know where that accent come from. Don't know what happened.
That was something.
I must be getting tired. We are currently recording this at 10:55 at night.
Yeah, normally aren't you at work right now?
Yeah, I'm normally going to work, but I've been up all day and doing stuff because I hit a deer last night. That was fun. Yeah, they always
We'll
wait
talk
until
about
the last
that.
second.
We'll talk more about that in the real life segment,
But anyways,
that was a terrible shot.
I, for one, have not gotten to play a lot of Destiny 2. I lost interest in the series because it felt way too repetitive for me.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Honestly. Yeah.
Apparently, the guy's being very vague to avoid spoilers.
Go watch the actual gameplay. We won't have
Yes,
his
you
audio
all
here.
need to watch his gameplay, and please comment on his video and let him know that the BNC podcast sent you.
Yeah. Please. But anyways, the game before, that's Destiny's style though, is honestly getting repetitive. But that's what happens. This game will go through the cycle of, oh hey, it's alive, and it did that at the start, and then normally expansions will revive it. This time around though, it died straight, even though the DLCs came out. Because I was a player at the start, and then I played the first expansion, the Curse of Osiris expansion. I didn't play the second expansion. I just stopped. I stopped playing the game altogether because I thought, I didn't want to get back into it. The game was missing something at that point. Forsaken brought that missing something in for me, and it did a good job of presenting these whole new aspects of the story. There's lore, actual good storytelling in this now. This new game mode Gambit, which is coming, I think it just comes with the base game actually, but it's great. What they did with Gambit is PvEVP.
Do what?
So it's player versus environment, and then player versus player mixed together. There's 2-4 teams of Guardians. You both fight whatever enemy the Drifter, as his name is, selects for you at the start of the game. and then you will proceed to kill these enemies, getting motes of what the lore calls it, motes of darkness. Essentially, you will bank these motes, and then you will summon a primeval boss, which is a Taken enemy that has a huge yellow health bar. You'll have to kill that before the other 4-man team does. But while the rounds are going, you can be invaded by one person from the other 4-man team.
Just one?
Just one. But I have been wiped multiple times by that one person. Like, they will be good at PvP if they choose to come through the portal. Probably. But you can kill them very easily. Like, the meta that was at the moment in the game was using a weapon called the Sleeper Simulant. And you could basically just point and click and kill them. So you could wipe a 4-man team easily. Now they've removed aim assist from the weapon, so it's harder to just point and click.
That's the channel, guys. There's the link. Don't forget to let them know that the BNC podcast sent you.
In this one. But, the base game lacks what Forsaken brought back. So, get the game free. Your $60 or $40 at this point, maybe. We'll go to this, because this honestly helps the game out 1,000 times. This makes the game 1,000 times better.
It does seem like a lot of fun. I've seen one of my favorite characters get killed. Not gonna mention who that is, but I've watched him get killed, and it did draw me in a little bit. I wanted to re-download it, but you gotta have internet, guys. A lot of good internet, because it's a 64 gig download.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, actually, on Blizzard, I had it pulled up. I think it was like 78 gigs.
Well, there you go, guys.
But, honestly, this expansion brings in a new story, and it's really good. The base game was an improvement over Destiny 1 for a little bit, and then everybody realized that the base game of Destiny 2 was slightly better than D1. Like, D1 came, like Destiny 1, post the Taken King DLC, was 1,000 times better than what it was at base game. Now, Destiny 2 was what essentially the Taken King was to the franchise, and then, as it did with the Taken King, the game died again. So...
Now, guys, if you enjoyed this podcast, please let us know. Just comment down below on the video. Let us know what we should talk about next, what all interests you all. If you agree or disagree with this, and just anything that'll help us out, guys.
Yep, and the next time we will be recording a real life segment, so if you could, please give us ideas for that. We would enjoy that.
Any type of news, politics, or anything you got. That would
be interesting.
Work. This episode, don't forget, was brought to you by Catalyst Mints. It's an energy drink in a mint. Makes your breath smell good and gives you energy.
I know I could use me some of them Catalyst Mints, man.
The link will be down below, and it gives you I believe, a 5% discount. So,
that's
why
a
not
good,
get it
that's
with
a
a
good
discount?
discount right there. Good 5% off.
And they don't even cost that much, so I think it's like $15 for a couple mints.
Ah, that's pretty good. Oh.
Each mint, it says for each 3 mints, it's a whole energy drink.
Ooh.
So in 3 mints, you get a whole energy drink.
Yeah. Now, obviously, consume with,
care.
Like, yeah, care. I was trying to say, mediate your drinks or whatever, but you get the idea. But I could use me a Catalyst Mint.
Until next time, guys, this has been the BNC Podcast.
I'm your host, the Soul Man.
And I'm your co-host, Butler Boy.
And we are signing off.